Last week we looked for Nessie.
Hello.
But this week I am taking you further north in Scotland to the Shetland and Orkney Islands. I'm taking you to meet another famous Scottish monster.
Oh well.
But this monster
Goodbye.
is not as friendly as Nessie, and its name is the Stoor Monster. Hello and welcome to smileEnglishstories, where you can listen to English in lots of different contexts. But you need to subscribe and hit the bell if you want to get a notification from YouTube. If I speak too quickly or too slowly, you can change the speed in YouTube. The Stoor Worm was not a little wiggly worm like in my garden. The Stoor Worm was an enormous monster. A monster with a head as big as a house. And the Stoor Worm didn't live in a lake. It lived in the sea to the northeast of the mainland. It lived in the sea around the Orkney Islands and the Shetland Islands to the northeast of Scotland. The Stoor Worm was bigger than Nessie, a lot bigger and a lot hungrier. The Stoor Worm ate. The Stoor Worm ate sailors and sailing boats.
Very good.
It ate castles.
Little crunchy.
It ate cities.
Not bad.
It didn't stop eating. And its favourite food was virgins.
I love eating virgins.
What is a virgin? Well, a virgin is a young lady who hasn't, well, you know, who hasn't. Let's say a virgin is a young lady who is not married. Every Sunday morning, not Monday or Tuesday, not Wednesday, Thursday or Friday, not Saturday morning, but every Sunday morning, the Stoor Worm woke up, yawned, and when he yawned, all the sea went into his big mouth. So he coughed, and all the sea came out of his big mouth. And he said, I want 7 virgins for breakfast.
Uh-oh.
So every Sunday morning, mothers and fathers sacrificed their daughters. They sacrificed their daughters to the Stoor Worm for his breakfast. And the Stoor Worm ate. He ate virgins with long black hair and long red dresses.
Yummy.
He ate virgins with short black hair and short green dresses.
Scrummy.
He ate virgins with short pink dresses and long blonde hair, with short blonde hair and long black dresses.
Excellent.
And he ate virgins with long wavy brown hair and long blue dresses.
Delicious.
And if the people did not give a virgin to the Stoor Worm, the Stoor Worm ate their cities. So there were less and less virgins in the north of Scotland.
Oh no.
The people had a big problem and they didn't know what to do. So they decided to go and see a wizard. They went to see the wizard and they said, "We have a big problem. The Stoor Worm is eating all our daughters. What can we do?" The wizard had an idea. The wizard said, "If you sacrifice the king's daughter, the princess, the Stoor Worm will be happy and he will go away." So the people went to see the king, and the king was not happy because the king loved his daughter, the princess, and the king did not want to sacrifice the princess. So the king prepared a lot of letters and he sent the letters all over Scotland. The king said, "If you fight the Stoor Worm and you win, I will give you a lot of money." So a lot of men came from all over Scotland to fight the huge monster, the Stoor Worm. But either the Stoor Worm ate them,
I prefer eating virgins.
or they ran away because they were so scared. But there was a young man. His name was Assipattle. Oh no, not Assipattle. Assipattle. I'm sure I've been saying that wrong all the time. It should be Assipattle. Sorry. And Assipattle lived on a farm. He lived on a farm in the very north of Scotland. Assipattle lived with his family. He had 6 brothers and 1 sister. Aspiattle's brothers were older than him, and his sister was younger than him. Aspiattle's sister was his best friend. He loved his sister. But one day she moved away from the farm to get married. So Assipattle was sad. Assipattel's brothers worked a lot. They worked hard. They didn't stop working, but Assipattle didn't like working. Assipattle liked dreaming. Assipattel's brothers did not like Assipattle. They said, "You are lazy. You don't work. You just dream all day." Assipattle liked dreaming. He liked dreaming and he liked inventing stories. In Scotland, there is a lot of peat. And in Assipattel's house, in the farmhouse, there was a traditional peat fire. So Assipattle liked sitting by the fire and dreaming. And in his stories, he was always the hero. Now, this is a bucket, a metallic bucket. And this is not peat, it's charcoal from my barbecue. But imagine this is peat. Assipattle heard about the king's problem. And one night he took a piece of peat off the fire. A piece of hot peat, a piece of burning peat, a piece of smoking peat, and he put it in his metal bucket. He took a knife and he went to see the king. Assipattle said to the king, "I have a plan, but I need a little boat." On the Sunday morning, Assipattle got in the little boat, a little rowing boat, and he started to row on the sea. He rowed quietly to the monster. And then the monster, the Stoor Worm, woke up and yawned. So, as every Sunday morning, the sea went in to the monster's mouth. And Assipattle went into the monster's mouth with the sea. Assipattle went down the monster's throat. And in the monster, Assipattle landed near the monster's liver. Not the monster's kidneys, the monster's liver. And he made a hole in the liver with his knife. And in the hole, he put the piece of smoking peat. It was very hot, and it started to burn the monster. Assipattle ran quickly back to the boat, and the monster started to cough. He coughed and he coughed, and Assipattle and the boat came out of the monster and back onto the sea. The Stoor Worm was not strong now. The Stoor Worm was very weak, and all his teeth started to come out. And his teeth formed the Shetland and the Orkney Islands to the north of Scotland. And more teeth came out, and they formed the Faroe Islands to the far north of Scotland. The Stoor Worm got weaker and weaker and weaker, and when he died, he formed the island we call Iceland today. That is a place I would love to go. And of course, Assipattle and the princess fell in love and got married, and there was a big party, a big celebration at the king's palace. In the 8th century, the Vikings lived in the north of Scotland and the Scottish Islands. In Norse mythology, the god Loki had a son called Jormungandr, and people think that Jormungandr is probably the same creature as the Stoor Worm. So you might like to watch my other video about Fenrir, the wolf god, or explore another of the Smile English Stories playlists. If you would like more information about my videos, you could join the Smile English Club. Oh, and if you do go to Scotland and you see Nessie, let me know. See you next time.